What is up, lads? How's it going? How are you getting on? And welcome back to the channel. Just literally as I was about to start streaming, the neighbour has started mowing his lawn. So hopefully it's not coming across too much on the stream. But yeah, let me know if the microphone is all right. You can hear me all right. He's kind of quieting down a wee bit now. But if you can hear that over the next few minutes, it's just a neighbour mowing his lawn. I hope you're all keeping well. We've got a few in the chat, a few watching us as well on the lunchtime deadline stream. So hope you're all keeping well. Yeah, just working this evening on my lunch hour now. So I said I'd hop on for 40 to 50 minutes, and we'll try to get through as many questions as we can. Big dilemma as well, as you can see by the title, is Salah or Kane, or keep Kane and lose out on Salah until the weekend. But yeah, if you're watching the chat, or if you're watching us, please let us know where you're watching from, and send in your questions, and we'll get through as many as we can. We've got Fazoon and Junie Gaming in the chat, so shout out to you, lads. Hope you all keeping well. We'll start off as normally, so we'll just have a look at you got a sneak peek of the team reveal there, but we'll have a quick look at how we fared out last week. So free hit week was last week in game week 32. 63 points for the game week wasn't too bad. Wee bit disappointing the fact I only got a 2k green arrow. Or no, I didn't even, sorry, I'm still at the same rank. I was on a 2k green arrow until the last game. So I'm still at 76k overall. Wee bit disappointing, to be honest. I should have went with Tony. Should have went with a double Palace defense. Unfortunately, didn't pay off. But yeah, 63 points, 76k overall. Yeah, so just here's how we're currently lining up ahead of today's deadline, this evening deadline, 6 o'clock. Don't forget that. Salah currently isn't in the team, but there's a possibility that he might make his way in. For now, he's not. I think I might be sensible just to keep the transfer scene, as Spurs might want to bounce back after the kind of hiding they got to Newcastle at the weekend. So Kane is staying in there. Do I think Spurs would score against United? Yes. So that's the reason why I'm not taking a -4 at the moment. But yeah, 3-4-3 for now. Saka's on the bench. Another could be March, could be in there as well. I think I have to play Kane. If we just get up Draft Hound, we can have a look at the expected points anyway for this week's game week. So Kane, as you can see there, between Saka and March, Kane is first anyway, so that's why he's getting it. And March has a 4.8 expected points. So Saka doesn't even make the top 20-25 by the looks of it there. So Saka's currently on the bench. William's asking what rank I am. Currently 76k. If I zoom out there a wee bit, you can see hopefully there. But yeah, John Fullerton as well. Hope you're keeping well, John. He's watching from Australia. Considering the captain Jota this week based off his recent form, would he play more than 60? I think West Ham is going to be a tough task, to be honest. I wouldn't feel comfortable going against Salah now, to be honest. Arsenal let in 3 goals. Obviously against Southampton, they're just behind Forest for most big chances conceded since February. So you'd be a brave man to bet against Haaland this week for sure, John. So I can see why you're tempted by Jota. I don't think I would, to be honest. I'd leave it on Haaland for sure. Opinions on the Brentford versus Chelsea game? Yeah, I've got Chilwell and Brentford have been okayish the last couple of games. Chelsea have been pretty poor, I won't lie, but just hoping that home game for Chelsea, they'll kind of bounce back, and if we get that double clean sheet, it'd be perfect. It really would. Few saying going for Raya, but I think I have to go. For Kepa at home, and if he does get the save points, he could be well on for a double digit haul. Hopefully he is. Just Watkins in tonight's game. Big game, or big night of FPL tomorrow night, and then just Trippier and Kane and Rashford then on Thursday night's game. William's got a rank of, he's inside the top 10k, and he's a good man. and he's 373rd in Ireland. If you can see there, I'm 3k in Ireland, and yeah, you can just see it there as well. 3k in Ireland and 76k overall. So good man, William. I hope you're keeping well. What's the transfer plans, William? What are you thinking? Yeah, look, could go Saka to Salah if I wanted, and then downgrade Kane to Isaac, and then I just have enough to do Chilwell to Trent then next week. So we'll see how that's looking. So Salah in there, possibly if I wanted Kane to Isaac. I'm not mad on Isaac this week, to be honest. The fact that there's such a quick turnaround to the games, and there's every chance Wilson could get a start, but yeah, and then Chilwell and Trent in then as well. So I've just enough for that, to be fair. Alexander Arnold is his name, doesn't come up as Trent. So that's what I could do with no money left over. Not mad on Isaac this week, to be honest. I'll want him for game week 36 for the double, but I don't think I'm going to take the hit this week. Kane could easily score against United. I'm currently benching Saka. I need to decide on that now, to be honest, as well. Yeah, we'll see before the deadline. But for now, I'm making no moves. And then even if I bring you over to FPL team, we'll show you how I'm lining up for next week. And then Saka to Salah. If I wanted to Isaac, and then Kane to Isaac if I want. I can do Solanke either, but Solanke is a bit of a dead wood until the end of the season. But that's how it'd be next week. Oh yeah, and then obviously sub in the United. But if I wanted to do Ederson and goals, I don't have enough though. Bring back Kepa there, and that's how we're currently looking for next week. So Ariza Balaga. Yeah, so nine doublers next week. It's -1 there, but I do have enough. It's only the fact I brought Kepa back in. But yeah, if I wanted the either, you can see there even that I do have enough. But if I wanted the either, could do someone else to get the 10 or to get the 10 doublers. But I'm happy enough with that for next week. That's how I'm looking. We've got junior gaming update on Kanate, what he's playing against West Ham. I'm nearly sure I've seen something Klopp saying that he's out. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to check that after. Give us 2 seconds. I'll see. I'm nearly sure I've seen something that I said Kanate was out. 2 seconds now. Yeah, so the basically said he's waiting until tomorrow, which doesn't sound great for a start really, or especially with the deadline this evening. Yeah, I might as well bring it up on screen for you. Yeah, so he's going to probably have another fitness test tomorrow. But that's the latest on Kanade there, if we do get it up. Yeah, there. So we'll have to see. We'll use a full time until tomorrow. We'll leave decision until late today, so we can make today. So if you can add it, doesn't sound too great for a start really. But I wouldn't really be playing him, to be honest. He's got no real attacking trait, and West Ham probably get a goal at home. So that's why I wouldn't be going for Kanate any this week. If you've Trippier, if you've one of the Newcastle lads, definitely play them. Yeah, so my team this week is just a massive bench and headache. That's how I'm currently looking. Chilwell. I think if you've got two of them though, Paul, you just have to hedge your bets, and hopefully we'll get a clean sheet there. I can see I'm coming in and out. Hopefully the stream isn't stopping. But yeah, no, Paul, if you've got the two Chelsea, I think you just have to hedge your bets and go for and kind of rely on one or the other. I can see Chelsea scoring at home instead of Brentford, to be honest. And if Kepa does keep a clean sheet, you have a lot of save points. More chance of Kepa getting save points than Raya, to be honest. Because Chelsea are looking pretty poor. But yeah, hopefully Chilwell can get a farewell gift anyway with a clean sheet, maybe an attack and return, and that would be absolutely lovely. Is Schär injured? I don't think so. Maybe he came off earlier, something against Spurs, because the game was over, I'm going to assume. But I think he should be okay. Is he yellow flagged? Hamstring injury maybe. Haven't heard much on Schär, to be honest, either. We'll see, scroll through Fantasy Football Scout, see do they have anything on Schär. Doesn't look like it now. I don't know what time the press conference was. Could have been a possibility that he was just subbed off early against Spurs because the game was done. But yeah, no, I'd play him in for now, and hopefully he gets the start for you. Who are they playing? Everton. Every chance he does get a clean sheet, maybe a sneaky return again. He was well. Mids: Grealish, Matoma, March, Rashford and Bruno. My forwards are Watkins and Haaland. Yeah, assume you're asking who the bench. Probably bench Bruno there, to be honest. Although that ankle strap was just a precaution. So there's every chance he does play it, to be honest. But if he's playing deep, not for me, to be honest, especially how expensive he is. Who's your other options? Grealish, Matoma, March. Yeah, I think you play those over Bruno, to be honest. Yeah, so yeah, bench Bruno, William. I think that's fair enough. You're grand then. I was going Francis. I could play my triple captain, game week 34, Salah or Haaland. I think it has to be Haaland. West Ham and Fulham, isn't it? There you go. Yeah. So that's what I'll be doing. Haaland captain for sure. Who's Salah? He's got a slightly difficult double as he Spurs and Fulham. Maybe Haaland anyway. Just yeah, if you've kept it this long, you'll have to put on Haaland definitely. Charlotte, how's it going, Charlotte? Would you start Ray or Ederson this week? That is a tough one. Maybe Ray. I do see Arsenal getting one, even though I have Saka on the bench. I'm going to be playing musical chairs, to be honest, between Saka and March, to be honest. Just doesn't feel right leaving Saka on the bench, especially when he's on penalties. And I do have cover in Matoma with Brighton, so a few bits of ponder anyway to see them before the deadline for sure. But for now, I'm standing firm. Saka's on the bench as of now. Salah's not in the team either. I don't think it's worth the hit, to be honest. Yeah, even it doesn't really feel right doing it during the midweek games. Yeah, every chance it could be rotation risks as well. Especially with the games at the weekend then too. So staying firm with the transfer save. So as of now anyway, but we might get something before the deadline. But no, I think I'm going to try and refrain from using my transfer this week anyway. BCal, how's it going? Who to start? Botman, Elise or Tony? Yeah, that's a tough one. You probably do have to start Tony. Hope he scores. I'll be hoping he doesn't, to be honest, with the double Chelsea defence. But I think you probably do have to start Tony. If Brentford are going to score, it's going to be through him. So I'm really hoping they don't. But yeah, probably have to start Tony out of those. Paul Sweeney, Steele or Kepa this week? Who to start? Yeah, so got a few questions on that as well. Probably start Steele there. Up against Forest. If he is gonna start, or if he is gonna play, he won't come off any barring an injury to Sanchez, which is very unlikely, to be honest. I think Sanchez did well in the FA Cup game, so there's every chance Sanchez does start tonight or tomorrow. But I think start Steele. If he doesn't start, you've got Kepa subbing in there. So yeah, Brighton are favourite for the clean sheet, so that's your argument there. So start Steele anyway. If he doesn't, Kepa will come in for you then. Saka out for Salah or Rashford. If you can do a straight swap, get Salah in for sure. You'll definitely want Rashford next week though as well. I think there's more chance of Salah getting returned this week. That's a tough one, to be honest. Just for captaincy, I prefer captain and Salah this week than Rashford, so that's why I'd tell you go Salah there. But you'll want Rashford anyway next week too. So maybe just do the two now, or just do one now and your free transfer then next week to get Rashford back in then as well. How's it going, man? Would you be rolling the transfer? Will you be rolling the transfer this game week? I think so. As of now, yes. Grealish could be another one that comes out there for Saka. But I do think City will get a few at home. Um, how has Grealish been over the last few games? 3 returns in 3, to be fair. Well, he's returned in all 3 games. He's got more than 3 returns, but yeah, I do think City get at least 2. So will Grealish be involved? Probably. So that's why he's starting as of now over Saka. Paul, stream interrupted for a couple of seconds every now and then. Yeah, hopefully the Wi-Fi is all right. I can see it coming in and out, so hopefully it is okay. I've got a green square in here beside the on the OBS stream, so hopefully it does stay all right. Who just there? Tony out of those. Bench Grealish or Isaac? Probably Grealish. If you've got Haaland in the team, you've got some cover for City anyway. Wouldn't be surprised, I was saying, if Isaac is benched instead of over Wilson. But I think if you have Isaac, you have to start him. He did come off after 65, to be fair, so he should be okay. But yeah, opinions on double Newcastle defence. Yeah, fair enough. I could go there as well over Chilwell, but Botman, he's got no chance at all of an attacking return. So if he does, or if Chelsea or Newcastle do concede, I'd well prefer Chilwell in the team, because set pieces add a bonus of getting something from attack. So yeah, Chilwell gets a nod over Botman there. Nothing wrong with double Newcastle defence, to be fair. I think they're third favourite. I'm nearly sure for a clean sheet. So yeah, go for them if you want. If you've other options with Shaw, I'd probably play Botman over Shaw, to be honest. But yeah, where are you based in Ireland? I'm currently in Galway. From Leitrim, but I'm living in Galway. Paul, how's it going, Paul? 2 of March, Martinelli and Saka at the start. Probably March and Martinelli, the 2 M's. Yeah, you can't really bench Martinelli on the form he's in. Yeah, Arsenal will get one. I do think so. So it's either, I think Martinelli will be involved again. He looked very lively against Southampton as well. Will Brighton be tired after the FA Cup? Possibly. Hopefully the stream is okay there. I can see it stopping there. I'm just gonna check the Wi-Fi, see if we're all right. I know we're kind of coming in and out, so apologies if it's. What are we next there? Would you bench Grealish, Mac, Matoma, or Isaac? Probably bench McAllister out of those, to be fair. He's probably going to be sitting a lot deeper. McAllister, he is on penalties, to be fair, but yeah, I just wouldn't like to be playing a defensive midfielder when you've got Grealish and Matoma and Isaac. Definitely start Matoma. Matoma is flying. Maybe not in returns fully, but he looks very lively for Brighton every game he plays, and he'll get something. Yeah, so bench McAllister, I'd say, out of those Yellow Army. If you are enjoying the stream, I hope you're enjoying the content over the last couple of weeks anyway. Kanat hit the Botman, Juni Gaiman, maybe just on the fact that he does have the double in 36, so you'll want Newcastle cover anyhow. Probably wouldn't be playing him this week, to be fair. But yeah, what do you think of Saka to Salah and Kane to Isaac this week? Plan to bring in Salah for the double game week anyway. The Kane for a hit, I could. If you miss the start of the stream, I can do the exact same moves and I'd still have enough for Trent there. Just going to turn off the Wi-Fi everywhere else. Hopefully we'll be okay. On getting rid of Kane for a hit. So Salah in there. Isaac as well. And then I can do Chilwell to Trent then as well. Alexander-Arnold. Yeah, so I've just enough there to do that for a -4 next week if I do save me transfer. Yeah, just because Kane could easily score against United. Still might play Saka yet, to be honest. Not locked in on that to be sure. But yeah, I wouldn't be mad at getting rid of Kane, to be honest. For especially for a hit. United have been pretty poor. Yeah, he's got only 1 blank since 26. Well, yeah, 1, and even after that, then he's still returning Kane. So I don't think it's worth the -4. Leaves Zinchenko out of the team. Cyril, how's it going, lad? Up the road in Castlebar. Hope you're keeping well, man. Any press conference news on Steele? Continuous start as number 1. Thoughts? Yeah, as I was saying there a couple of minutes ago, there's every chance, every chance Sanchez gets a start after his FA Cup performance anyway at the weekend. I'd still start Steele anyway. Yeah, make sure you've cover on the bench, and yeah, you should be all right then. If it's either a start or he won't come on anyway, so should be fine. If you've Kepa on the bench, just bench Kepa. I'm starting Kepa there, but just play Steele, and yeah, you'll be fine. And if he doesn't start, he doesn't start. It's not like he's gonna come on then anyway, so should be fine. Barring a freak injury or something to Sanchez or anything. I'm just gonna plug in my charger. I thought it was actually plugged in, but it's not. So bear with me 2 seconds. Now we're back in there, and we're grand. Please, your predicted lineup for who, Taslima? Who do you want? Out of the main ones, any of those, Watkins start, definitely those. The three boys, Estepinian, March, and Matoma. Look at my team anyway. I don't know who else you want, Taslima, but all these pretty much start. I can't see much rotation there. Definitely not. Maybe the Brighton lads, but no, I don't think so. They're still going for Europe, so big result against Forest, and they should be all good there. Just look at the team then for next week. I suppose this is how I'm looking. It's not too shabby, to be fair. Nine doublers, Hallen captain. Could go for, if I go Solanke instead of Isaac, I'd have enough for maybe Ederson, even for a hit then as well. But with the fact that Brentford play Forest, I don't think I don't think I should really do a hit there anyway next week. So minus, or a free transfer, -4, whatever, to get Trent, Salah, and Isaac in. If I wanted to Solanke, that's what I'll do there. Is Isaac a rotational risk? I think he's okay, but I wouldn't be surprised if Wilson does get a start. I think he's fine, to be fair. But yeah, M O'Connor, I suppose, on the stream, I just see a notification there on Twitter. Roll or Iheanacho to Solanke in for Kane. No, definitely don't get rid of Kane. M O'Connor, if you're still watching. As I was saying there, I'm even a United fan, and there's every chance Spurs do bounce back and get a goal against us. We've been pretty poor as well. Brighton should have probably got through in the FA Cup, to be fair. Yeah, so hopefully United get the win, 3-1 or 3-2, 2 for Kane and a couple for Rashford would be lovely. But in a realistic world, I think it's going to be 2-1 United, and yeah, 1 for Rashford, 1 for Kane. That'll do nicely for the team. Wildcard 33, Kane to Solanke, Saka to Salah, or week 33, sorry, Kane to Solanke, Saka to Salah, and Kepa to Ederson for -4. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Arsenal do play Chelsea, so you wouldn't really expect a clean sheet from Kepa there. And especially if City beat them, they'll definitely need a result against Chelsea anyway at the weekend. We'll try and keep Kane, as I'm saying as well. That being said, I can see why everyone is doing it. For now, I'm just trying to stay firm with not making any moves. 2 free transfers next week ahead of the double game week will be very beneficial, and will give us an extra couple of days of gathering information, especially after the midweek games, if there's any injuries or anything. Will Share play? I'm not sure. We checked earlier in the stream. He did have a hamstring injury, but I think there's nothing released any as of now. Whether he's gonna play or not. I still would start him anyway. If he starts, he starts. If he's out, he's not gonna play. So if you've not much cover on the bench, if you've Shaw coming in for Share, fair enough. But could you double up on Newcastle? You probably could. They've been fairly frustrating, to be honest, over the last couple of game weeks. No clean sheets since Barron 29, game week 29. You can see all the 2s there for Trippier. So 21 was their last clean sheet, which is pretty poor. Well, after the United game, they didn't keep clean sheets since 21. So Trippier is fairly knocked off, to be honest. But yeah, no. that's how we're looking. Any more questions, lads? Keep them coming in. We're going half an hour now. Keep the questions in, and we'll get through as many as we can. Clean sheet odds, I suppose, on Draft Hound. How are we looking? I think it's Brighton anyway, top. Yeah, Brighton, Chelsea, Newcastle are all top three for a clean sheet. So looking at my own team, then I own players from all those three teams. So clean sheet from each would be lovely. A realistic world, I'd happily take a Chelsea clean sheet over the other two. Yeah, that's what I'd be hoping for anyway. What else can we look at? Differentials, not really mad in differentials. Emmanuel there, wildcard 33, bench boost 34. Yeah, if you still have those two, definitely do that. Stock up on 3 Liverpool, 3 City. Should have 3 United anyway. Who's the other team actually? Dublin, Brighton as well. At West Ham, maybe not. Punt on Bowen maybe, but no, I'd stay away from him, to be honest. Not mad on any West Ham picks really. Reece James out for the end of the season. Has that just been announced there? Just have a quick look. Reece James. Geez, Mason Mount as well. So there you go. Who's going to play right back? Yeah. Will Loftus-Cheek come in there for Chelsea? Maybe. Just got news there as well. I'll bring that up on the Brighton page there. So there's this player. I actually don't even know who he is. He's definitely going to start. Where does he even play though? We'll start from the first minute. So Facundo Buenete. That's one Brighton confirmed player. So where does he play? Attacking midfielder. I think Matoma still starts anyway. Could that be McAllister out? I'm not sure. That could be a shout for March then as well. I've no doubts when I played Jason, it was about the style of play. There's just a quote then as well about the Sanchez, whether he'll start or not then as well. Rob played very well on Sunday. Tomorrow we'll see. Yeah, so if you have Steele, just play him. But I wouldn't be surprised if Sanchez does start. No quotes there anyway. March looks okay to start. Yeah, that's big news anyway about the Brighton team news anyway. If he's going to start in the first minute, so I wonder who's going to sub out instead of him. Yeah, that's something else to consider as well. Kane and Saka for Jota and Salah for 34 Neil. Yeah, if it's free, fair enough. I wouldn't get rid of Kane for a hit, to be honest. Just United are that bad at the moment anyway that I do think Spurs will get one, as I was saying. 2 clean sheets in the last 2, to be fair. 3 clean sheets in the last 3 for United, but against weaker opposition. Yeah, I think Kane is going to stay in anyway. And then I can get rid then. Who the captain, McAllister or KDB? Wouldn't captain either, to be honest. Taslima. If you have Haaland, they're just go with him. Salah, if I had Salah, I'd be tempted as well. But no, I wouldn't go for McAllister or KDB anyway for the Ireland, especially after De Zerbi's quotes there on the Brighton team news tomorrow. It would be 34 transfers for a hit. That's fair enough. So O'Neill, yeah. Kane and Saka, Jota and Salah, yeah. That's good moves. William, start Shaw or Fernandes? Maybe start Bruno in case he does start. I've seen that his ankle brace was just more of a precaution anyway. So there's every chance he does get some minutes tomorrow, whether that be from the start or from the bench. I just do think Spurs will get one, especially in London. they'll be hoping for a big bounce back after the embarrassment really against Newcastle. Yeah, that's what I'll be saying there. Any more questions, lads? Keep them coming. What time are we now? We're 2:25. Might stay on for a couple of more minutes anyway. Yeah, draft down there, lads. Free to use there. It's very insightful anyway for how I depend on how I kind of consider my transfer moves anyway. Yeah, right. Still pondering over this Salah move, to be honest. I've been chatting about KANE all stream, but I think I will keep him, to be honest. Yeah, I think he will stay on the team, to be fair. Any more questions, lads? We're 14 likes. If you are enjoying the content over the last couple of weeks, please do hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. And yeah, we've a big push on to hit 4K really before the end of the year. Will be tough to do it, but we're gonna try. Taslima, who to start, Shaw or Ben Mee? I think you start Shaw or Shar anyway. And yeah, hope he does get the start. Ben Mee, I think Chelsea at home might sneak one, to be fair. Yeah, Ben Mee, bench him anyway. Start Shar. If Newcastle don't get a clean sheet against Everton, every chance for an attack and return, as we've seen how he did against Spurs at the weekend. Yeah. Keep the questions coming, lads. We've a good few couple of watching anyway. So if you're watching, you could be at lunch hour. You might be able to ask a question, which is fair enough. Any more news from the press conferences? We shall see now. Yeah, a few not too confident on a Chelsea clean sheet now after that Reece James news, but I think yeah, Danny Welbeck is also the problem against Nottingham Forest, so who could play up top with Ferguson out as well? And does that also mean McAllister moves up as well? Watkins a good differential captain? I think so, if you're chasing, yeah, but I just don't think against Haaland, definitely not. Especially the double game week next week. Maybe this week with Arsenal, you could argue Arsenal might keep them relatively quiet, but I just think City get minimum 2 goals, and Arsenal, no Saliba. Yeah, so I think Haaland up against Holding is going to be something else. So yeah, hopefully Haaland does do well. Grealish or Mahrez? Grealish long term. I think Mahrez looked well against Sheffield, obviously getting the hat trick in the FA Cup, but I think you go with Grealish. He's been very solid the last few game weeks anyway. Grealish. I know Foden is kind of sniffing around there as well. But I think Grealish is the preferred one as of now. And yeah, so I'd go Grealish, save yourself a bit of money then as well. And yeah, that's what I'd be saying. Who's on my bench? Saka, Sean Botman. I'm assuming there will be points on the bench, to be fair. No other news from the press conferences. Yeah, there will be points on my bench with Saka and that, but yeah, hopefully we do do make the right decision on who's benching. Grealish either could come to the bench either. March, I think I might have to play him just because of the fixture. Yeah, I think Forest conceded a lot of chances down especially his side of the field as well. So hopefully March does involved if I do play him, and he is on set pieces anyway, March. So that's the reason there. Yeah, Saka's on the bench for now. It doesn't feel right, to be honest, leaving him on the bench as he's on penalties or whatever. He did get his haul last week, and I do have a good relationship with him, especially after captaining him in 28 when he hauled against Palace. So do a start Saka. It's a lot to ponder anyway before the deadline too. Alisson or De Gea? I think you have a lot of money in your keepers there anyway, but probably Alisson. But not mad on the two keepers. You have a lot of money spent in there, Taslima. But yeah, De Gea, the Spurs are going to get one, to be fair. And then so yeah, to play Alisson. FPL Focus, how's it going, man? Hope you're keeping well. Another content creator, lads. So if you are watching, hop over to FPL Focus's channel and throw him a subscribe anyway. Charlie, sorry, last question. Don't be sorry at all. Would you start Raya or Iverson? Who do Leicester play? Leicester against Leeds. Leeds do need a bounce back, to be fair. Probably would put your bets on Iverson over. Ray has more chance to save points anyway. Iverson, it's either a clean sheet or nothing. Maybe what do we look at clean sheet odds here? Obviously, Leicester are going to have a better chance of a clean sheet anyway. I'm nearly certain. Nothing in it really. 23% to 20% for Brentford. That's why I'd probably say go for Iverson there. Yeah, if you no more questions, lads, I better tip back to work then. I'll give it another minute or two if anyone's coming in late. 76k overall anyway. Very important game week this week anyway to try and get close. I'm 14 points off the top 50k anyway. So if I do get me Chelsea clean sheet, that could get me very close with. But yeah, that's how I'm currently lining up. Saka's on the bench for now. How do I access those clean sheet odds? Just on Draft Town, all you have to do is make an account for free, sign up for free, and then that's it. I kind of use them as well when I'm accessing what transfers I need to make. It's more kind of to give you a bit of backing as well, a bit of method to the madness anyway. That's the reason I kind of use that as a bit of backup too. FPL Focus, nice one. Thanks for the shout out. Not an easy week for many with siding on Saka and Rashford, but obviously those doubles will tempt most. Yeah, I'm Saka, as I was saying there, a focus of Saka on the bench, but I think I might potentially bring him in either before the deadline. We'll see. Arsenal do score against City. I do think that they will. I think it'll be similar enough to game week 24 whenever the last played 3-1 City at that time. Saka did get his penalty that time, but yeah, we'll see. Right, that's how I'm currently locked in. So lads, as of now, if you want to get us on Instagram at FPL Era, approaching 12k on Instagram, and I'm also on Twitter at FPL Era too, nearly at 14k on Twitter. If you did enjoy the stream, lads, do give it a like, drop a comment, whatever, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm gonna hop off now, heading back to work. But yeah, that's how as of now. I'll have my team locked in before the deadline. Have it up on Instagram and Twitter. But yeah, best of luck for the week, lads. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. And yeah, hopefully Watkins Hall tonight to start off the game week. Lovely. But yeah, best of luck for the week, lads. See. Oh yeah, quick turnaround as well. Sorry, on Saturday. I have a wedding on Friday, so depending if how shook I am Saturday morning, hopefully we'll have a video and we'll have a deadline stream as well. Yeah, but